Welcome to Mommy Issues, a podcast where an ex-reality TV star mom
and her reality TV loving daughter
bridge the gap between their generations through celeb news, all things Bravo,
and their own personal mommy issues.
Okay, hello. Welcome.
Hello.
We almost had technical difficulties again, but
which is very strange.
The gods were on our side. Yeah, we're like deep into this show and like we still can't figure it out. How is the vet?
He was so good, but he's fat. Like me.
Okay. All right, let's get into the show. Hello guys, welcome. Why don't we start with highlights and lowlights? Would you like to go first?
Highlights and lowlights. I have some lowlights, just recently, but I don't want to get into it, but it was nothing bad. It's just a little disappointing and it's just whatever. But nothing me. Yeah, it's me personally, but whatever. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm much more affected by it than I'm letting on.
Right.
Because I know I don't, whatever.
Just personal stuff. Okay.
Yeah, personal stuff. So that's my low light. My highlight is I'm going to New York tomorrow, and then I come back from New York and I go to LA, and I'm always happiest on a plane. So that's a highlight.
It's so bizarre that you're happiest on a plane. I don't know anybody who's happy on a plane. Not I.
Really? I don't know. I even love airports. I've told you that I find airports romantic and people think that's hilarious. Yeah, I find them.
Because you don't really get anxiety flying, right? Like you don't get the anxiety of going to the airport and missing your flight and none of that. I think
I love it. The only thing I hate is packing because I don't like overpacking. And so I like to go and feel that I used everything that I brought.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I don't like to have more shit than I need.
Right. So like today, I will put, and I take Harry with me. So I got to, pack a few things. He's easy, but just like makeup, now I'm like consolidating, I'm using like fewer things. And
you're a good traveler. So
I've just learned. I mean, come on. Remember when we went on a like almost 2-week trip? I don't remember how long it was when we did all of Spain for Kathy's bar trip. The three of us went carry-on.
We did do carry-on. I just refuse to check a bag. I cannot do it. Except now with a kid, it's like I will always be checking a bag.
Yeah, I check a bag when I need to check a bag because I don't pay to check a bag, and it's like whatever, and it's nice. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like with the, I might even check my carry-on tomorrow because it's easier because I'm with Harry. Okay. But it's but mostly like when we went we weren't like super outfit repeating because we planned it and we shared each other's clothes. Yeah. So we had new outfits all the time.
It's also like having those like ready to wear pieces, like a jumpsuit or something, or like a little dress, like stuff that's actually.
And it was summer, like too, because you can't go to Aspen or anywhere that it's
you
cold.
have to check a bag.
You have to check a bag. Yeah. So I agree.
But okay, let's stop talking about packing. Okay.
Anyway, that was my highlight.
Yeah, you're going to New York. Are you going to New York just for fun?
Yeah, I'm going for fun.
That's nice. I feel like most of the times when you're traveling, it's for work.
It's for work, but for me, the work is fun. When I go to LA, it's work. Then I'm going to go do Jeff, but I'm also going to see Lola and whatever. Yeah. And I'm taking you to Jeff with me.
Am I going to be on Jeff?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
100%.
Did you ask?
I haven't. Well, I told Shane once, but of course he will love you. Like if you. I don't know if you listen. You need to listen because it's
I should probably listen.
Well, like this week they had Avery with Ramona. They had
I saw
Allie with Jill with whatever. He likes that. It's not like they mic you, whatever. Just don't
fuck it
walk all over me. Make it about you.
Okay, I honestly think I will be doing you a favor if I walk all over you.
It's like, just stop talking.
Yeah. Wait, also, I thought about this just to tell the viewers, listeners, because you're going to be in LA next week, that we always do this. Every time my mom is in town, we don't record the podcast. I know it makes zero sense because normally we just do it on Zoom. So we probably won't be doing a podcast next week.
We could, because I get back on Saturday early. I leave at 6 a.m. on Saturday. I'm really going. I get there Thursday, and I'm getting there Thursday.
Okay. But are you going to want to do it on Saturday when you get back?
because I get back like at 2:00 or so. We'll
I know,
see.
but
If
you're
not,
gonna
I
be
can do
tired.
Sunday. Right?
Yeah,
we can
but
do
Sunday's hard for me because there's so many things I have to do for this podcast. Let me explain it to you. Number one, I have to create a thumbnail for YouTube. Number two, I have to upload it to YouTube, which takes a really long time.
Oh, I know what you can do.
Cut
Just
promos.
just share our being on
Jeff. Well,
Jeff.
that's what I'm saying. So like
Yeah.
in lieu of the podcast on Monday of next week, we just watched Jeff Lewis. Okay. It's going to be on
but we can
Thursday, and
put
then
the
I'll share
link.
the link. Yeah, I'll share
Yeah.
the link. Okay, that's what we're
on
going to
Sirius
do.
and also his podcast.
We don't want to
so
deprive
fun.
you of us every week. We know that you need us every
Yeah.
week. So we
You know
want to
what
give you
though?
that.
Yesterday, somebody told me to look at the reviews. Look at the reviews of the I Por Favor podcast, which are
That's what I
like
was. That's
so
what
bad. Oh, it was you. So last night
on the
oh,
podcast.
okay, sorry. And I was like, I can't believe how bad. And then I admit I listened to an episode.
It was bad. Okay, I don't want to give up.
No, but here's what happened. Then I looked at our reviews, and not by comparison. No, I am so like I felt like crying. Like,
Mommy, we can't talk about this. We talked literally all about.
I know,
this
but like
week.
specific people,
right?
like people that I know, like Mighty Barbie, like they put like I live for this, I whatever. How nice.
I know.
How nice. I'm sorry, but I hadn't read them and I didn't realize it's people I know. Okay. Anyway.
No, it's just like exhibit A of like, you literally don't pay attention when we're talking.
Well, I mean, I'm a little bit senile.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so I guess we'll share the Jeff Lewis thing, but don't expect a podcast the following week because let me get into my highlights and lowlights. Okay.
Please.
My
lowlights.
Make
it about you.
Always. My low light is I am underwater. I'm drowning in work. It's so stressful right now. And it's only a phase. It's probably going to be another 2 weeks of this. And then I'm going to like be okay. But like I'm on insane deadlines of getting stuff done. And I'm spoiler alert, breaking news, very hard on myself, putting a lot of pressure on myself. And it's also because like you're coming into town and then
why I'm not going to bother you at all.
John Liam's aunt is coming into town. I have to take Friday off. So I'm like, on top of that, I'm like having to add more work on my plate every day to make up for the fact that I'm not going to be here Friday, whatever, it's all thing.
But
I'm underwater.
But you're taking Friday off. You were already taking it off, not because of me. I just asked you yesterday if you wanted to come with me.
100%. That's why I was like, what day is it? I was already taking it off. I'm just saying it's now like I'm doing that thing with you. Then I'm doing lunch with John Liam's aunt. Then I have Lola's like sensory class at 3:30 all the way back in Mar Vista. It's a whole thing. Anyways.
On Friday at 3:30?
Yeah. If you want to come.
I don't know. I'm gonna see because I'm supposed to cook with Stu that day. So I don't know what time that is. Yeah.
Anyways, that's my low light. My other low light is, well, actually it's a low light and highlight. I'll make it my highlight. My highlight is you guys all heard the whole debacle of like Lola's daycare thing before when my mom was in town and she came and saw her and it was horrendous. We decided to put her back in this past week, Monday, Wednesday, just to kind of like, she's a little older. They change so much so fast. I'm like, maybe
is she a bully?
This is going to work. No. So we go and it's a lot better in terms of like, they're letting her put her down and stuff and like feed her. So it's like a little bit of an improvement. But Wednesday we go to pick her up, like not pick her up. We walk over to the other side of the daycare. We pick her up and she's like puffy eyed, red, swollen, crying, screaming. Like as we're walking in, we hear her and she's screaming at the top of her lungs. And I'm like, what the hell? And I pick her up and I'm like, I'm so emotional. I get like, I don't know. It just like freaks me out. And I asked the teachers, I'm like, has this been going on all day or is it like off and on? And they're like all day. And I'm like, you know what?
No,
this isn't it.
It's not it. You can't force it. And you have great grandparents. I mean, not great grandparents, amazing grandparents. No, exactly. You know what I mean?
Well, so I talked to Gati today and I was telling her about it. And Lola has not been sleeping for the past week and a half. She's going through insane separation anxiety, really bad teething. She's constipated. It's been a really bad couple weeks. And I am like newborn phase sleep deprived. Like I'm waking up at 3 a.m. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I'm waking up at 6. And then I have to work. And it's just been a lot. And the day that we decided, like, you know what, we're pulling her out, we're getting a refund, we're just going to rely on John Liam's parents, take it day by day, whatever. It felt like there was an energy shift, and she slept through the night that night, and she slept through the night last night. And I genuinely feel like she just knows, like,
She knows
that's
it. They're not going to, they get me right. And the thing is that, look, I know that it's, by the way, John Liam's parents live there and I don't, and I could be like this, like jealous grandparent and whatever. And like, I don't feel that way at all because I think Lola has love to give to everyone. But I just think like you're lucky to have them. They live for her.
Incredibly lucky that they come every day, and not because we're forcing them to. When I asked them, like, I told them, like, you guys don't have to come every day. And I wasn't saying that to be mean. I was also just saying, like, I want you to know that, like, we appreciate you, but like, don't ever feel like you have to come every day. And they're like, what else would we do? This is our life.
No, I remember the day that you told them, hey, what are you doing? They go, waiting for you to call.
Yeah.
Like, it's not only that they are like, no, for sure, don't worry. No. They make you feel like this is what they want to do more than anything in the world.
And
how nice that is.
It's not
I know
making us feel it. Just it is.
No. But I'm saying they are communicating that, and that's important.
Yes.
So you don't feel guilty.
It's been such a blessing. And at the end of the day, like where we're at right now, like this works. And it's like, I think you can get really caught up in the idea of like, we need childcare because eventually things are going to start picking up again. And that can be really overwhelming.
You deal with that when you get there.
That's the thing. You kind of have to
deal with that when you get there, step by step. With a kid, you can't make plans.
Cross the bridge when you get to the bridge.
When you get to the bridge, you can't even see the bridge yet. The one thing I told you the other day, which I tell you, leave your kid with someone that will take a bullet for them. And no daycare is going to take a bullet for them. And they will.
No. Yeah.
And so that's it.
It feels good. That's my high. It's like a low, but it ended up being a high. Which happens a lot. Okay. Let's get into some gossip.
Okay.
I really want to talk about Selling Sunset. Please tell me you've been watching it.
Oh yeah. I didn't watch I'm only missing the last episode.
So am I. Oh my God. Okay. Look at us. Yeah. Okay. Well, honestly.
Well, because I was saving it because, I watch it kind of like in a stupor.
I'm also not a binger. Like I like a little 1 or 2 episodes a night. So then I know like Friday night, I'm going to like.
I've got something. I'm going to watch that today.
I'm going to watch. Yeah.
And I'm obsessed with Stallone family.
Stallone sisters.
Oh my God. It's just that I am a Sylvester Stallone fan.
I need to watch it. I bet it's great.
They're so pretty.
Okay, let's talk about Selling Sunset. Okay. The first and most important thing we need to talk about is
the outfits.
What the hell are these women wearing?
It's
what are they wearing?
It's not even that they're trying to, I mean, come on, Mary's Gucci, I mean, it looks like something that you would, I don't know. It's
you've lost your words. It's ridiculous. Listen,
to show property.
I'm an advocate for showing what you got. I'm like all about it. I love it.
It's not about even showing what you got.
And it's also it's a reality show. It's like a different thing, whatever. I know that we're hamming it up. It's what the housewives do. It's what the Vanderpump people do. It's everyone hams it up. But this is a different level of like.
No, it's not what the Vanderpump people do.
It's ass out. It's stomach out. It's like, what are you doing?
It's glitter and it's sequins at 10 a.m. It's, I mean, yeah. Oh, I hear you.
Okay. Sorry.
It's sequins and glitter at 10 a.m. at open houses. It's a competition, clearly a competition. I'm going to one up you. And the problem is that if you dress regular or normal, or even what you may think is over the top, it's nothing compared to the other one. So then you look like very plain Jane. So you have no choice. I mean, that happened to me in Housewives, like I remember looking back at the season and I'm like, Jesus, except for the
breast.
Oh yeah. Oh, like not like over the top like them, and not like the lashes, and not like the spray tan, and not like the hair, only for the interviews, because my hairdresser was like, no, that kind of thing. But I just think it's so funny, but it's part of the game. But they are making it more like a housewife show.
But it's yes, and like they're all. I think what's really hard is like they all seem like really dumb, and I hate to say it.
They
I
all
hate to
do
say
look
it,
really dumb.
but they really are talking about stuff that's like so silly. That Nicole girl is so crazy. Is so crazy. And by the way, I do think she's on drugs.
I not only think she's on drugs, I think, the one thing that I really hate to see in women.
Wait.
What? I hear you.
Hold on. No, I know. My mic is being weird. Sorry. Okay. Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Can you believe it?
And that it's not me. Women in
Yeah.
particular show jealousy. It's such an ugly thing to see. And Nicole really looks so like such a jealous person. Like
Yes.
when somebody does anything, it's like,
oh my God.
And then it's like, I don't ring the bell. It bothers my ears. It's like,
no, she's just trying
like,
to differentiate herself from everybody else.
Too much.
Really stupid.
And she actually seems like the least successful one because she's got the shittiest house.
Well, it's not just that. It's like I don't even know how to explain it, but I do know how to explain it. She is still hung up on the fact that Chriselle is prettier than her, which is,
Chriselle's prettier than everyone.
Okay, but that's number one. Number two, the fact that Jason took an interest in her at all because Nicole and Jason dated.
I know. So then but that was before Mary.
Let me speak, woman. Chriselle and Jason have a thing. She's butthurt about it. He puts her on a listing. That's like they're saying, like years ago, insane to bring it up, but this is her storyline. This is her first time on the show. These girls have been doing this for like what, 3-4 seasons now. She needs something and she won't let it go. She's a dog with a motherfucking bone. It's crazy. She needs
a thing. I found it strange that we haven't seen much of Davina, who got new boobs, and I hate her.
Davina is so psychotic. I honestly think that they took her off because she's a witch.
Yeah, they don't like
She's
her.
a witch.
Look, everybody on that show is dumb except for the little twin stars. I love them. The little.
I don't know why you love them because
they're so stupid. I love them, but they're smart. They're whatever. But
they're not smart. They're just men who have like capitalized on patriarchy bullshit. Seriously, that's how it feels.
Capitalize on anything, and they got this show on the air, and they are making a killing, and they are making a killing. You're smart. Okay, they're not traditionally smart. They're not the literati. You're not going to sit with them and want to discuss Keats. You know what I mean? But then whatever, and they're just funny. They're like little.
I know, but the Jason Mary thing of like, I understand Mary can't deal with confrontation, and I understand that because I'm kind of like that too. Right, not to the point where you're like short circuiting, but like paralyzed. She waited until Jason came back from Europe to be like, you need to deal with this because at the end of the day, he owns a company. It's his people. She's whatever. And for him to be like, I'm not doing it. That's not my problem. You're doing it.
Yeah, but I think that she benefits a lot from him, and he gives her a lot of stuff. And he gave her, the 12-year-old husband a job. And
I definitely don't think that Mary is in a position to be a manager, and I don't think she wants it. Like, give it to Chelsea. Chelsea wants it clearly, like desperately.
Chelsea's annoying too.
I cannot with Chelsea. I
cannot. And the husband is so weird. And the whole thing they're very weird. It looks very contrived.
Well, she's very much like, you can see her being like, I'm on this show and I'm going to be this person because I want to be the most famous one. I want to be the one that people talk about. And it's like, when you're doing too much like that and we can see through it, people don't fuck with you.
My favorite person on the show is Amanza, whatever her name is. Amanza. She's my favorite person. She has been from the first time I saw her to now. I find her very just
normal,
just natural.
I think she's a little bit more natural normal. I hate everything she wears. I hate everything.
No, I don't no, but don't you like that it's different from everybody else?
I do.
It's her own style. She's very like whatever. She's very rock and roll. She doesn't do what everybody else does. I like that. She's comfortable in her own style. Everybody else is copycat. Like the other one's walking, it's like, I can't believe she wore that. I was going to wear that, or I had seen that at the store. This woman is not even shopping.
No, she doesn't care. Yeah,
I like that.
I do like that too. She is the most grounded, which is saying a lot on this show. It's crazy.
It's a stupid show, but it's really entertaining.
So stupid, but it's so easy to watch. It's so easy.
I watch it sometimes. I'm like, maybe I should become a realtor.
Oh my God. I would never like,
no. And then I think it's like, you could never even do it. Like, I was could not eat that kind of shit.
No. And I was talking to Jackie about it, and I was like, if I were a realtor and I was going to show a house, like I would be wearing like a really great pair of jeans and a heel, sure, and then like a cute top or a t-shirt and then like a great bag. That's what I would
Yeah.
wear.
Yeah.
Not
Of
like,
course.
and I would never have my boobs
And not wear a
out.
lot of makeup and not
No,
whatever. Yeah, I know.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, this was the most mind-blowing thing. Brie, who I actually like Brie. I like Brie as a new addition, the one who
I like her
has Nick
too.
Cannon's
But why
10th
does everybody
baby.
have a baby?
This is
I'm
the
pregnant with
thing.
Nick Cannon's baby, you know,
No,
like
mommy, did you hear this thing?
no.
Apparently, when you have more than 10 kids, you do not need to pay child support. Which is so hear me out.
In Los Angeles?
Yes.
I mean in California?
Nick Cannon, his first two babies are with Mariah Carey, twins. Okay. Can you imagine how much child support Mariah Carey's asking of Nick Cannon because she's
Right.
Mariah Carey? He was like, I'm going to have more kids. Now has 12 kids, probably to be like, oh, I'm not just doing 10 for the child support thing. I'm having more kids, spreading my seed. He has all these kids so that he only has to pay like a set amount of child support for each kid, which would at the end of the day probably be less
Well, but it's
than
not
what he
that,
would
okay,
have to
but that's
pay.
not what but what you're saying is that it's not that he's not paying child support. It's that there's a chart, and the chart is based on need versus ability to pay. And his ability to pay is diminished every time he has another kid. Correct. So you're spreading the pot thinner by doing 12 than 2. Yes. But it's not that he doesn't have to pay child support. No. It's just that
he has to pay, but the court says because you have so many kids, this is a set amount that you can actually pay to each without it being whatever.
Right.
Elon Musk.
But it's probably right.
So,
yeah. So I bet it's probably, let's say he had to pay, obviously it's much more than this, but if he had to pay $12,000 to Mariah Carey's 2 kids, now he's paying $12,000 for 12 kids, so they're each getting $1,000 because it doesn't change the total amount that he pays. It's just spread between more children.
No, I think it's for each household, it's probably like each one gets like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 or something, as opposed to Mariah Carey getting 80 every month.
Well, I know. Well, I was using a much smaller number. No,
I know.
But I'm saying, yes,
I just think
they're dividing the pot. Yes. Instead of the pot going to one person.
I just think that that's such a messed up thing to do because
it really isn't. If you think about it, it's not that
what
it's
do you mean? Because he's never going to know all of those kids in the way that he would.
Oh no, it's messed up that he's had 12 kids.
Yes, and for that reason alone, and it's definitely for that reason because Elon Musk did the same thing. 2 financially pretty smart people, huh?
I'm going to look into that because I don't know. I think that he would have paid. What you're saying is that it's not like if he paid $100,000 to Mariah Carey, it's not like he's paying $1.2 million now that he has 12 kids. So, but just because you have more kids doesn't mean that your ability to pay is more. You make the same amount of money. Now you have to spread it between more children.
That is what I'm saying. What are you confused about?
But he would be paying the same thing whether he had 2 kids or 12 kids.
No, because if you have 4 kids in the state of California and Mariah Carey is saying you have to give me $80,000 a month for these twins, and the second person who is not making that much is like you have to give me $20,000, and then the third is saying you have to give me 40, it becomes everyone is getting a set amount that is going to be much lower than what you're paying the one who needs the most. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what listen, I'm not making this up. They said this on the show. How did you miss this?
I know, but I think that we're both saying the same thing. It's just that you're less articulate.
Okay, great. Let's move on. Let's get into Bravo bullshit.
Okay.
Let's start with New Jersey wedding. Teresa's wedding. What did you think?
You would think I'm going to criticize the whole thing, but like they seem in love. They seem like they seemed happy and whatever. I was happy for them.
Can I tell you something?
I know I'm so stupid. I'm so
You're
stupid.
You're not stupid. You're a little stupid.
I think Louis, I think he has like a nice family. His brother and sister seem nice and I think I don't know. He seems genuinely like in love with her.
I think that this wedding made me feel like weddings should be banned for everybody. I don't think that anybody should be allowed to have a wedding like this.
I guess my perspective is different because look, I know, this is what I know about Teresa. I know that she is gullible, dumb. Yes, of course. Do we have to say dumb? No, but she's also gullible. And then when people that are gullible and dumb are put in a corner, they lash out, lash out, lash out. We've seen that, right? We see that with people that are dumb and gullible. Well, even, or just dumb. Like if you think you're smart and then they put you in a corner, you're like, oh. So because she's gullible and like she's so easy to manipulate, and he is a great manipulator. Yeah. It just makes me sad, the thing with the brother, because I think, like, I was talking to Gatti, it's like, whose side are you on? I can't believe we even had this conversation by text. She goes, Melissa. And it's like, I just wish that her and her brother, like, I know that they both want to be close. Of course. Like, they wish they were close. And I know that this is so bad for both of them. And I think everybody involved is fucking that up for them. But
I don't think it's everybody else involved. I think it's Teresa being,
that's what Kathy says,
pulling all the strings. I think, like, yeah, she may be dumb, but she's also like, she, for some reason, from the moment that Joe got with Melissa, has resented that relationship
because
so
she's
much.
In love with her brother.
Totally.
It's kind of like when
it's like anybody who was going to take him away, whether it was a wife, whether it was a kid, it doesn't matter. She was going to hate that person and make it her mission to, like, get them out. And she has not been able to do that. She is unsuccessful. Therefore, the relationship is over. And I'm happy about that. I think that that's the way it should be. I think that's the way I really do. Listen, just because your family, if your family is treating you like that, if you have to deal with that constantly for years, over a decade, at a certain point, you have to be like, I got to walk out, because what's the definition of insanity?
Yeah. Doing the same thing repeatedly. Yeah.
Expecting a different result.
Yeah.
And that is not just doing the same thing repeatedly.
I just figure that everybody knows that.
I'm insane because I do the same thing over and over again. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm over it. But this wedding was like una tragedia. What's a tragedia? Tragedy?
Not technically, but no, it was just like a disaster.
Also, my favorite part was when Teresa was like, he's perfect. And he's like, no, I have flaws. And she's like, what? And she's like, I pee sitting down. I'm like, did you have to say that? Like, that's not even a big deal. But also I was like, I don't know, you're weird. And him being like, yeah,
every man pees sitting down in the middle of the night or when they're drunk.
Totally. And he's like acting as if like, yeah, that's my flaw. It's like, no, dude.
It's like, what's the worst thing about you? I'm a perfectionist. That's like when people say that in interviews, it's like, get out.
Yeah. I have definitely said that in interviews.
You have?
Of course. That was before, because it was before things were like basic.
Before people made a joke out of things like that.
Exactly. That's all I have to say about the wedding. It was whatever. It was funny to see the people's reactions to the hair. They made a whole moment out of it. I'm like, that was great. That's like what everybody wanted.
Even he didn't love the hair.
You know what's crazy? I normally will tell you to like get closer to your mic. You're very loud. Like, I think you should turn your mic down. Like it's screeching in my ear. Let me hear you.
Sorry. How about now?
It's still loud, Nina. Let me hear.
Okay. How about now? I don't hear you at all.
Okay, well then put it up. I don't know what to tell you.
It's going to be this. How about now?
It's fine. Let's just keep moving.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Okay, let's talk Vanderpump. Did you watch the reunion?
I'm so loud. Yes, I watched the reunion. It was a shit show. I'm wearing Sandoval white nails in honor of the Sandoval reunion. Yeah.
Wow. Commitment. Yeah, it was pretty. Listen, it was exactly what I thought it would be. My favorite is like the second that it started, like when they were all sitting down and Andy was like, overall, is there anything you want to say? And Tom was like, I just want to. And then like everyone just did not let him do that for 1 second.
Like,
he was
stop.
Like, shut the fuck up, you piece of shit. Oh, crocodile.
You're a little worm.
It was so funny. And then he was like, oh, okay, yeah, I just wanted to say I'm sorry. Bye. It was so funny.
He's very emotional. I got to tell you that the whole thing may backfire on those people. The fact that they're villainizing him the way that they are.
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Yeah. People are going to start feeling sorry for him, because I'm telling you, episode 1, I was like, okay, he deserves it. If episode 2 and 3 of this reunion is all bashing him and bashing him and bashing him, I'm going to at some point say, okay, enough.
But Mommy, I feel like the last like 2 weeks, we've both been saying,
oh,
enough.
Yeah. No, yes.
ultimately it's not just Sandoval. Yes, he is a piece of shit. And yes, everything he did was wrong. But like Andy said to Ariana,
they all have unclean hands, all of them.
He was like,
they're all cheaters.
Every single person is a cheater. So like, why is this whatever? It's like, because he fucked the best friend. It's like, yeah, and then you did that too, and you did that too. So like, truly, why? And then even asking Ariana, like, why do you think this relationship fell apart? And she was like, because he fucked my best friend. And it was like, no, there was stuff happening before then. I'm not victim blaming.
She's not taking responsibility at all. And I think everybody needs to, by the way, it's not that responsibility is the wrong thing, because you shouldn't cheat no matter what, and you should address the problem before you go and stick your, wiener in somebody else. So I agree with that. But it's just a really big attack on him, and it's just, he's almost out there alone, and nobody likes that. You know what I mean? And they're harsh. Like James is funny as hell, but James is too much. And Lala, which I used to dislike Lala, and now I love Lala. Like I really do suddenly love her. I love a beautiful, smart girl. And she's smart.
Push your mic away. Just push it away.
I'm so loud.
Push it more away.
Last week it wasn't working, and now it's working too well.
Point it down. Point it down.
Hold on. Let
me hear.
Yeah.
Okay. It's better. It's just really? Like, it's like literally, maybe it's just me, but I'm like, I'm turning down my thing, and I'm like,
so. But I hope it's not going to be like.
It's like aggressive. Okay. No, I agree. I think everybody's being really intense. I think Lala is so clearly triggered by Sandoval. Yeah. And the fact that she said he was Randall admitted her bias to the whole situation. Yeah. And she's the one who's online with the loudest voice being like, fuck these people. And it's like, you haven't dealt with your Randall stuff. You had a baby with a narcissist. Yes. But that doesn't make him exactly that person. No. There are pieces of him that exist inside Sandoval. Sure. But like her outrage is not her outrage for Ariana. Right. Her outrage is her outrage for her daughter, for what she put her through. And that's not fair.
Exactly. That is not fair.
It's not fair.
That is not fair. But come on, everybody's opinions are biased and tinged and colored by their own experiences. It's just that she's young. She's young, and they're all young, and they're handling it like young people handle it. Like I would not handle it the same way.
They're not that young. They're in their mid to late 30s, some in their 40s. That's not that young. That's an adult person. That's an adult person who should have been doing a lot more work on themselves to like get to a point where it's like, okay, I can handle my shit. These people
we haven't really seen Raquel in the thing, just a little bit, and I really hate her reactions.
No, she's a sociopath for real.
Yeah, she's not a good person.
I would be sobbing. But also her getting the restraining order on Sheena so she didn't have to be there the whole time was the most genius thing she could have done. And by the way, I would have done the same thing.
I don't know that was her. I think that was a byproduct of what she did. I don't think that she or anybody that advises her is smart enough to come up with that.
Oh, I think so. She had a crisis PR team. I think that's exactly why they did that. Oh, okay. I really do. Also, Schwartz sang like a motherfucking bird. I need to stop cursing, and I know that. And every time I do it, I'm like, stop, and then it comes out of my mouth. Okay. Schwartz sang. He said everything, and like I love that their stories weren't aligning, and then he just like kind of bailed on the stories. He was like, this is what happened, this is what's going on. I was like, yes, Schwartz.
I think that Schwartz is, I know you guys don't like him. I find him very likable.
No, I do too. He's like weirdly likable.
I think that he is an honest person naturally. And I'm sure that there was conversation about let's keep our story straight. And I don't even think that he didn't do that on purpose. I think his default is to tell the truth. And so when he screwed up, he was just like, okay, well, whatever. That's the truth.
Yeah. That's how I felt too. That's definitely what it felt like. And I was like, thank God. Schwartz is very malleable. Yeah. Katie got in his head and like tried to do something, and he like broke out of it and was like, I can't do it. And same with Sandoval. Like, you're right. Schwartz is just like at the end of the day, I think like if you peeled back all the layers, if you put Schwartz back in Florida, He would be a good dude. He would. I think he would
Yeah.
never cheat on his wife. I think if he
Oh,
found somebody he really loved, he wouldn't do
for
anything.
sure. And he loves his family and his brothers and
Yeah.
all that.
He would
He's a
open a
good guy.
bar and he would like run it himself. He would talk
Yeah.
to
And
everybody.
talk to everybody and whatever. Look,
Get
I
that man a
just,
bar like in the Keys, you know, like he would be happy
yeah,
as a freaking clam.
I think Schwartz is probably the worst thing that happened to him.
I
Um,
Sandoval
um,
is Sandoval.
I mean, Sandoval. I also think that just to talk a little bit about the fashion, whoever sold
Oof.
Katie that dress or whoever
Yeah, por
styled
favor.
Katie should be shot.
You can't say that with everybody.
Should be shot with a slingshot or a BB gun or a taser.
Nice. Okay.
Okay. It's so awful and it was so
really,
ill-fitting.
Really it doesn't even make sense. It
didn't make any sense.
And we've talked about this. Like Katie presents weirdly like she's bigger than what she is, which is not a bad thing. I'm just saying like she can dress more to her body and I think she has a great body. So why aren't you dressing for it? She's just wearing these like billowy big things and it's like
it's her style. But it's terrible. I thought Lala looked gorgeous.
Oh, Lala did not look gorgeous. It was the ugliest dress I've ever seen.
No, I didn't like her. It's not her dress that I like. She's really a very beautiful girl.
And her, yeah.
And I thought Raquel looked pretty. You know, it was more whatever.
Basic. Yeah, it was just really
it wasn't basic. It's just this is the thing that we've redefined basic.
I know. Well, it's also like
that less like compared to Ariana with like this bandit, like tiny. By the way, this little piece here, like only she could wear it. You know what I mean? Like
my boobs
unless she has like no nipples
from under. Yeah.
Well, forget that. I mean, even her nipples have to be tiny. Like it's just whatever. I thought she looked. It's not that it looked bad. It was a really cool dress, but she didn't look as good as when we first saw her in a picture. You know what I mean? Like in real life.
I mean, that picture was filtered to the gods.
Oh,
okay.
Right. Okay.
But yes, I agree. I also think we have an idea of what reunion look should be. And they're these like really crazy over the top looks. And it's like, how did this happen? And where do we go from here? You know, like it actually is nice to kind of just be, I want somebody to come in a pair of jeans.
Right.
Or like a white t-shirt, you know? Yeah. Like that would be very cool. And it's like, why don't we just kind of scale it back a little bit?
I'm curious to see. I think you know, from the little I've seen of the New Jersey reunion, I think I like what Margaret wore.
I think I like what Melissa is wearing. I'm really into Melissa's hairdo. It's very different for her. It's like this slick back bun with like the little thingy sticking out like this. It's cute. Like Melissa. I know you don't, but you're unfortunately.
I did like her, but I don't like her that much anymore. I don't know.
I think you might be on the wrong side of history.
Right, but I do think Melissa would cheat on Joe.
But she hasn't, and right now
she hasn't. But I think she wants to.
But wanting to and not doing it. Because she could have done it. Like if she was going to do it, she should have done it within the last like 3-4 years up to now, maybe a year from now. You know?
But don't you get it? 5 years ago, she wasn't into because she didn't think as much of herself as she does now. Your desire to cheat comes with you thinking I'm all that, you know.
I know, but don't you think with the whole thing that happened with Envy and her opening that store and then she was finding her sea legs in the world of just being Melissa alone, that was the time when they were having trouble in paradise. Like she should have like cheated or could have possibly cheated. And she didn't. She stayed with that man being like, I don't like you having a business, which is an insane thing.
What do you think of Dolores and Polly?
I like it. Yeah, I've come around on it. I think
you need to listen to that. She was on Jeff yesterday with him.
Yeah,
it was a little bit disturbing because so much has been going on with Stu and Jeff, and he airs all his dirty laundry, and then Stu called in and like even cried and stuff, and it just makes me sad because a lot of people that call into the show are like, he's a manipulator, he's trying to get the spotlight, he's social climbing his stuff, and I really don't think that is true with him. And so him and Polly have become close because they're both Irish, and it was just an interesting thing. But I don't know. I don't like that Polly's been separated 10 years and not divorced.
But it feels like the same situation with like Frank Catania and Dolores. Like they have a really good relationship. There probably has never, I know, but isn't divorce like a hard thing to go through, and like the process is like
I guess
arduous?
it sounds like it was more like a business decision, and I just don't know where he's getting all his money, because why does he have 6 cars, 2 Rolls Royces? Like, I don't know what he does.
I always get so nervous when I see people on a housewife show with a lot of money, because I'm like,
yeah.
If you had that much money,
I just love her so much, and I really want things to be awesome for her, and I hope he is a prince and all that, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know, that reunion is going to be really good. It's also going to be really heartbreaking, and I don't know what the pause is about. Like, if they're actually going to pause. I think they're doing it because getting rid of either one of them is not really an option.
I think it's smart. Just take a breath. Let's see where we go from here in the next couple of months, and then whatever, we'll figure it out. See what the fans are saying, what they want. It's like fans demand a lot of stuff, and then they normally deliver. So it's like, I think it's smart.
Fans are also so fickle. You leave somebody, they hate you, they love you, they hate you, they love you. It's
I know, but it does feel like the right decision. Vanderpump right now, it's like, I think everybody needs a break from it. It's a little too much. Plus, it's like, leave them wanting more. You know, if you're missed, think about Miami. If you're missed and you come back, it's like you're back, and you come back with a vengeance, you know, like maybe that'll be the situation for Vanderpump. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. That's everything. That's all I have for today.
You see, that's why we should bring back the quiz. People love the quiz.
I know, but every time that I had every quiz question, you knew, and then it became not fun anymore.
Well, so first of all, I didn't know all of them, but look, you're the funny one.
Most of them.
You're the funny one. I'm the pretty one, and the young one.
That's what everybody says.
Especially the young one. No, you're the funny one, and I just think it should be a one-sided quiz.
Okay, fine. Then you throw quiz questions.
I've had people send me quiz questions for you, so
you know why? Because people want to see me burn. They want to see me burn to the ground.
People laugh at the things that you come up with, because here's the thing: you never really say, "I don't know." You go, I don't know, but wait, I think I got it. And then
because I believe
completely.
I have so much belief in myself.
That is hilarious. Isn't the point of this to entertain? Like, I love that the podcast, and I think the people like it. It makes them, like, you know, one of the people that left their comment is like, I've laughed, I've cried. I know it sounds like Siskel and Ebert, but if we make people in our little podcast feel all those things,
don't call it little,
you know, that's so nice. I really am appreciative of people who listen, people who leave. If you haven't left a review on our Apple, or not Apple, whatever, like the podcast thing, leave a review, leave a review, because it means so much to us. Like, I hadn't read them all before. I had read them once, but I hadn't looked back.
I know. Well, I told you
a lot.
When I went through, because I never look at that stuff, and then had gone recently, and I was like, wait, everyone's so nice. There's not one bad thing. There might be one bad thing. I don't even know. But
we aren't doing this for money. We are doing this for the love of the game, for real.
Again, something we said last episode that you apparently
forgot. I know, but every time that you listen to any podcast, they say, don't forget to rate and review and give us 5 stars. And so I don't want to regurgitate something. I really want people to know that what they say not only matters. I'm not even telling you leave us a 5-star review. I prefer a 5-star review, but if you think it's 3 stars, put it and tell us why. Like, I want it to be very honest. No, I really do. So DM me quiz questions. Don't send them to Mommy Issues, because she has control of that. She doesn't let me control anything.
Yeah, and then I will Google it so I can be smart.
Right,
I'll tell you who Ronald Reagan is. By the way, Ronald Reagan has been brought up for God knows what reason. And
now don't you feel like
it's not even that? I'll be like, oh yeah, the actor. He was an actor before. I was like, of course, he was in Hollywood. Did you know that? You knew that? Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so next time we'll bring back the quiz. The quiz. Wow, I'm gonna write it down here. The quiz. Okay, that's it. Thanks, guys. Follow us on Instagram at Mommy Issues the Pod. Slow down, Beba. Oh my God, wait, I have to tell you. The universe told me to slow down the other day because I fell. I slipped and fell. I'm a 31-year-old woman in the prime of her life. Okay. In the most perfect physique form.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Same.
But seriously, I fell. I literally fell. was so embarrassing. I fell in front of Jackie and Liam. And I was like, okay, if that's not a sign to slow the F down, I don't know what is.
You need to slow down. We all need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Smell the petunias.
Smell the flowers.
Sunflowers.
Okay, that being said, follow us on Instagram at Mommy Issues the Pod, at Beba_Rod, at Anna Cooks QOOKS, on TikTok, Beba_Stape. Stuff is going on.
By the way,
there.
Have you put up more TikToks? I enjoy your TikToks more than you could ever know.
I'm gonna do some this weekend. Like I said, underwater.
You've been whatever, but I love them so much. The dancing one?
No, but did you see the comment of the guy?
Oh no, I don't read the comments, but I like Lola. Like,
okay, hold on. I mean, I posted this on my what do you call it? On my Instagram. The comment that somebody left on that video that is so funny.
Yes. I'm
gonna read it in Spanish.
Read it, yeah. Oh God. Here's the thing. We should also have a Spanish section where I give you a sentence in English and you translate it. Let's just do that for people right now.
Okay, fine. Hit me.
Just one thing.
But don't be crazy.
No.
Don't say crazy shit, okay? Words, verbs that I know.
I need to deposit these checks.
No.
I keep forgetting.
Me olvidó. Espera. Necesito necesito depositar.
Wow.
Mi dinero. Me olvidó. I don't know how to say checks. Cheque.
Mis cheques.
Oh, cheques.
Tengo que depositar estos cheques.
Tengo de eso.
That is a great segment, and nobody can copy it.
That's true. Okay. Spanish.
There you go.
Look, I'm writing notes here. Okay, hold on.
I knew that.
Let me read the comment in Spanish of
Please.
So for anybody who doesn't know, who doesn't follow me on Instagram or TikTok, I posted a video of myself dancing. It's a TikTok sound, like people do it, whatever. And this guy said, y 20 años después conocí que cuando un cadáver baila una canción, quizás debe uno considerar la falta de ritmo de cadáver.
Okay. First of all, you're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllables.
Hold on. I'm going to try again.
Cuando un cadáver.
Cadáver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cadáver. I knew because I saw the acento on the and I was like, I'm saying it wrong. I know I am, but I'm going to keep moving. So basically what he said is like, I don't have any rhythm, and it was devastating. And I just commented saying,
a cadaver is a cadaver. But like your skeleton, you know.
But you know what I was thinking about? Maybe this is conspiracy theorists. It's not conspiracy theorists. You know how we call Marisol the rotten corpse? Maybe this is one of the little minions that she's got commenting on my shit. A cadaver, rotten corpse. You know what I mean? No sé.
No, I don't.
Pero so. I commented saying your support means so much, and it felt good. Honestly, you made it when you have haters, right?
I guess
you do. That has
I've never had haters. Please don't come for me now. I really have never had haters, and I love that I've never had haters. I don't ever have people telling me mean things.
I do apparently, and I just started.
But good for you. Good for you. No, I think you're right. I don't. Everybody
listen,
that's
I don't
really.
Care. I don't see you, Walter, dancing on TikTok. Sorry that I'm putting myself.
No,
out there.
You know what I was going to tell you when I go over there. We should do a TikTok. Pick a TikTok that you think that I could do.
But I want to pick
and not look like a total ass,
but
just a little bit.
I want to pick one that I know that you like. I want it to be good, like
not right. So find something. I'll do it with you.
Okay.
But can we do it with Lola too?
It depends. I'm gonna look for one. Honestly,
can we do one with like I am your mother?
No. Okay, we gotta go. Absolutely not.
It's too basic.
It's so stupid. I don't even want to tell you how stupid it is.
Okay, fine.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye. Love you.